It's manga time once again with Naruto 613 entitled Mind. So now Naruto is targeting Madara and Obito, rather because as of last chapter, they managed to sort of entrap the Juubi in like a concrete tomb almost. But as we know, the Juubi was entering a mature stage by the end of the last chapter, and suddenly all these hands burst up from the ground, and the Juubi rises in its mature state, and it looks ridiculous. It does look ridiculous. It looks kind of eerie, I suppose. Its tails are now like arms, and yeah, it's got 10 still, I think. It kind of looked like it had more, but I think it does still have 10. It has ears, and it's sort of like really weird and thin. But apparently they'd never stopped the Juubi. It was just preserving its power so that it could transform. And you spend a lot of this chapter with Shikamaru's dad, Shikaku, because he's trying to he's trying to come up with some way to defeat the Juubi. And the Juubi does it really silly. When it like sort of just goes, raw, its head is like tiny compared to the rest of its body. But yeah. But according to Madara, it'll be hard for them to control the Juubi pretty soon, so they have to use Hashirama's cells to begin to control it, and they connect themselves. And so the Juubi towers over everyone, and it begins firing off attacks, and they go flying across like the entire battlefield, like straight over, and there's a massive explosion. And I don't know if this was an issue with the scans or what, but the pages seem to be all sort of distorted and blurry when it fires its attack on one page anyway. And then it fires another two, it like devastates a lake and blows up a town somewhere. But it's not doing anything too bad at the moment, and it is killing people quite far away. But the fact that it's aiming far away is to prove that it can hit someone. It proves that those people are in its range. So Shikaku realizes that the Juubi is aiming for them, but he says that he has a strategy to stop the Juubi. It's our last job. The thing is, he seems to be foreshadowing his death. So he says, "Everyone listen to me." I presume he says what he wants to say from the look on Shikamaru's face. The prospective looks on his face, anyway. Ino starts to cry, so he's probably told them goodbye. And then at the end of the chapter, it's just Madara like, "With this, we crush the Alliance's mind. Well, it's just the basics." And that's the end of the chapter. So, this is kind of major. If Shikaku's actually dead, then that's like the first main good guy death of the 4th Shinobi World War. And it wasn't that impactful. It was Kishimoto sort of using his the way he likes to do things without words again. That kind of came about with how you didn't get to hear Shikaku's last words to Shikamaru and Ino across the headset, or across the... Bloody hell, I can't think, it's too early. But, yeah, you don't get to hear his last words. It's all very... I don't know. If he is dead, that's a bit sad. But at the same time, it's one of those deaths that's more likely to drive the plot along, I think. Because, like Madara said, they've now destroyed the enemy's mind. However, Shikaku's death is probably not going to be in vain. He said he had a way of beating the Juubi, so he's either told Shikamaru this way, or it's going to have something to do with his death. So yeah, that's the chapter. What did you think? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at twitter.com, Mr.Tom2304. And I'll catch you next time. So until then,